Hey everyone, welcome back. I am here with a new launch. It's another lip swatch video. It feels like lately everything has been lip swatches. What would lipstick and linguine be without the lipstick element? It would probably just be linguine, which I wouldn't be so mad about because it's delicious. But anyway, let's get on to this brand new product. So these are the brand new L'Oreal Sexy Balms. There's an extra 2 shades here because they just wouldn't fit in a little box, typical. So these are a range of lip balm colours, so sheer colours, in a stick format, so it's a chubby stick sort of format. So we saw these come out quite a long time ago, this kind of stick format. For a little while everything was in stick format or chubby stick format, and now it seems like we're going back to that trend. The Sexy Balm lip colours come in 2 different sort of finishes. We've got the very sheer ones which have the see-through lid, and then we have these ones here which are more of a bold finish, and there are 12 shades in total. 4 of those are the bold ones and then the rest are the sheer. So when I first received these I got really excited because they did come in a jar full of jelly beans, but also they just look so pretty and there's such a wide range of shades. And then when I read a little bit about them I was like, oh, are these going to be worthwhile, because they look like they're going to be really sheer. So I mean, lately everything has been high pigment, like everybody has wanted super saturated lips. So this kind of goes against that trend, but from what I'm seeing in the next year or so we're going to go back to more of a glossy lip, and we're going to go back to still that kind of saturated lip colour but also a softer kind of look as well, and these kind of fit that perfectly. So these are part of the Infallible line of the L'Oreal makeup range, which means it's supposed to be long wearing. So these are the, I think they're called the Infallible Sexy Balms, and so they do promise 12 hours of wear time. I find it really hard to believe that a balm type product is going to stick on the lips or stay on the lips for 12 hours, but I believe the 12-hour claim is more about 12 hours of moisture rather than 12 hours of colour. So I'm just reading aloud from the little card that came with them. New Infallible Sexy Balm is enriched with moisturising gel balm for 12 hours of moisture with a weightless velvety texture and the most vibrant pigments for a true kick of colour. With a unique lip definer tip for precise and controlled application, keep your lips feeling soft and smooth all day. So these have a pointed tip, like a pointed nib there. They're not sharpenable, like there's no sharpener attached, so you're going to have to just keep using them sort of on the side so that they don't get too blunt, but they will blunt down eventually. I'm going to show you now the colours swatched on my arm in natural light, and these are just all of the sheer shades. So have a look at these. Okay, so let's go ahead and have a look at these on the lips. Now the first one is 101 We Wear Pink. As the swatch on my arm showed, I think this is just going to be a absolute clear balm. Oh, this one must be melted. It's completely soft and squished. Oh, don't you hate when that happens? They actually kind of smell like the jelly beans that they came with. So this one is clear. There's no colour there. Maybe you're just supposed to see the pink of your lips come through. Next is the second one. This is 102 called Gossip, and it's got a little bit of pigment, it looks like. And I'm not pressing very hard. That first one must have been broken in the tube. Okay, so you can build up a little bit of colour. They're not quite, do you know what they remind me of a little bit? They remind me a little bit, they're smoother than them, but they remind me a little bit of the Revlon lip butters. Do you remember those? They were so popular back in the day. But these feel smoother than those. So this is almost like an apricot-y kind of shade, 102. Shade 103 is As If I. These are great for, like, no mirror makeup. So I'm just swiping them over a little bit, giving them a little bit of build up until I get that nice pillowy balm feel. There we go, 103, As If I. 104, Break the Rules. This looks like it's going to be a red, maybe an orangey red, coral red. So you can build up colour, yay. These are actually a lot more pigmented than I thought they were going to be. I was kind of a little intrigued when there were so many colours, and I thought if they're sheer, what's the point of having so many colours? But you can build them up. Okay, so this one here is 104, Break the Rules. It's quite nice. I tell you what, it's a bit of a relief having a lip swatch video that isn't going to kill my lips afterwards. This super bright shade is 106, Clueless. Very apt. That's a nice pop of pink, Clueless. 108 is named What? It really is, I promise. I don't know if you're going to be able to focus on that. And this is like a more browny nude shade. So far what I like about these is there's no shimmer in them or any like mica or anything that makes them look frosty. They're a lot more, I think that could date this type of product. I actually like this one. So this was 108 What? Next we have another, I love the shade of these. These caps are beautiful. This one is called 110 Can't Sit With Us. Oh, it's really pretty. It's kind of that beautiful, for me at least, I feel like this shade of red is really flattering, like it's a pinky red. Can't Sit With Us is beautiful. I love this one. 111 is Go Pretty or Go Home. This one looks really pretty. This gives you a really nice like fuchsia kind of colour. So I have quite pigmented lips, like mine are quite rosy and pink. So if you have very pale lips, these are going to add even more of a truer colour. So mine are all tinted a little bit more pinky than they actually run, which is why I arm swatch them for you. But like I said, if you do have just really pale lips or no colour lips, or if you have darker skin and darker lips, they're going to throw a slightly different shade as well, obviously. Alright, as I said, there's also these 4 bold shades. I will show you what these look like on the skin now. And if you look at my arm, you can see there's quite a lot of staining there. So these are a lot more pigmented. And I am going to need a mirror with these ones, I think. Okay, so this first shade is 201 Wasted, which looks like it's this beautiful kind of burgundy shade. Oh, these are so buttery smooth. How pretty is this? They're so like emollient. They literally feel like a lip balm. I probably would go ahead and use these with a lip liner simply because I know I get stuff everywhere. And with a shade as dark as this, you want to make sure that it stays kind of in the lip line. So yeah, I definitely would wear a lip liner with this, but the colour is beautiful. Okay, 202 is this beautiful pink shade. This is Adventure. Every time I put them to my lips, I don't expect them to slip as much as they do. They look almost like, the intensity looks like almost a matte type of lip colour, but as soon as you put them on, they just go slide, so you've got to be really careful. It's a beautiful hot pink colour. So this is Adventure. I love it. These are a little bit more hard work to get off because you don't want to smear them everywhere. Next one is Yala Yolo. 203 Yala Yolo. The names of these things are making me feel so old. For me at least, this is a beautiful flattering red. So 203 Yala Yolo. Very flattering. Lastly, we have 204 Never Stop. So pigmented. This is not the sort of shade I would normally wear. I feel like these kind of shades suit blondes better than brunettes. But it's still a very, very pretty colour. It's sort of like a, it's not quite fuchsia. Is it coral? No. It's kind of this amplified pink shade. Never Stop. Alright, there we have it. I've put Wasted back on because I just love this shade. Coming out of summer or heading into winter, it feels like it forever since I've worn a shade like this. So I just, as soon as I put it on, I was like, oh, this is amazing. So negatives are, these are going to go everywhere. If you are a fan of a sort of long wearing, matte, kiss proof, budge proof, drink proof, colour, then you're not going to like these because they will go everywhere. It's just the nature of this type of lip colour. They're very, very emollient, very buttery smooth, but as I said, it's going to go everywhere if you're blotting or whatever. I'm not sure if you blot these with a tissue, if they're going to be a little bit less sort of likely to go everywhere, I'm not sure. But in terms of just applying straight from the bullet or the chubby stick to the lip, they're just, as I said, as soon as you touch it to your lips, it almost melts and just glides. So when I was a little bit heavy-handed with the lighter or the sheer shades, and I was sort of rubbing them on, and then I treated this one the same as that and put it on, and it just went vroom, and it went out of the line. So you got to be aware of that. The sheer shades are perfect for people who just want a wash of colour. I think the sheer colours are perfect kind of for the opposite ends of the spectrum in terms of age. If you're very, very young and you're not there yet to wear a full lipstick yet, which, I mean, that's up to you and or up to your mum, depending on how old you are, you might not want a full, like, bold lip. If you are going to school and they're a bit funny about you wearing lipstick, then those sheerer lip colours, they're pretty good and they are going to give you beautiful moisture while you're also getting a little bit of, I'm having trouble speaking today, you're going to get a lot of moisture with a little bit of colour as well, but by no means is there no colour. There's a whole bunch of colour. On the opposite end of the spectrum, if you are someone who is maybe over 50 and your lips aren't as plump as they used to be, and perhaps they're a little bit maybe drier, or they've lost volume, or you've got quite a lot of lines in them, this sort of product is going to give you the colour that you want with that moisture and that fullness, and it's going to make them look a little bit plumper than they actually are. The full colour bold shades as well are similar. They are going to give you some shine, but as I said, unless you are just doing nothing and not eating or drinking or kissing or whatever those fun things are that we do in our day-to-day life, they are going to shift around. Check that out. It's actually not as much as I thought it would be, but it does transfer. It'd be interesting to see how these look after a few hours. In terms of how long these last, I'm going to go ahead and go have my dinner, have a few drinks, sit down, edit some videos, and I'll take a photo to show you what they look like after doing that. So we'll see how long they actually last. But as for now, I'm a big fan. As I said, 12 shades, 4 are bold, the rest are sheer. They're all really pretty colours. They feel really nice. They smell really nice. I haven't tasted them, but I don't know. They do smell beautiful and sweet and candy-like almost. They're $14.95. They should be in Priceline and everywhere else that L'Oreal is sold now. If they're not there yet, they will be very, very shortly. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as usual, thank you so much for coming and spending a little bit of time with me in this little corner of the internet, and I will catch you next time. Bye.